We can call you posh though. You can, although I'm not. I'm not posh. Like I have an aura of demure poshness because of my fuck ass accent. But I want you all to know it is an illusion and it is not real. I grew up in the sticks. I grew up very rural. I grew up not well off. I have lived the bogan life. I am not a posh lady. She only eats caviar twice a day. I had never eaten caviar in my entire life until about a year ago when I was at PAX and there was a restaurant and someone else ordered caviar and I'd never had it before. I tried it and I was like, what is this? I've never had truffle from what I understand. Maybe maybe no, I don't think I have. I'm not going to say I'm not cultured, but I'm cultured in the way of like a really bad blue cheese. I'm cultured in the kind of way of like bacteria. I'm cultured in the way like you've left the bread in the back of the pantry for too long. That's the kind of way that I'm cultured. It's art student cultured. Yeah, I'm cultured like the old yogurt. Yeah, I've got probiotics. I've got probiotics. That's a good thing, right? I'm like the Yakult of streamers. I say that, yeah, I've never actually drunk Yakult. What the fuck, why? It just wasn't a thing in my household when I grew up. Heresy. It's not heresy, I'm a white woman. It wasn't a thing in my house. Mech mum grew up with Mech mum, okay, you have to understand. The fact that I have any cultural palate is a testimony. So when I was a child, so Mech mum grew up in a very, very rural, old English household. When she was a kid, she was given mashed potatoes and a sausage and boiled vegetables for dinner every single night of the week. And if they were lucky, she'd get like bread with butter. That was her childhood. And then, so actually weirdly, for a lot of my childhood, it was that kind of food because that's what she knew how to cook. And I found out later in life that Mech mum hated cooking. Like she was like, oh yeah, I fucking hate cooking. It's exhausting. I'd rather not do it. And I was like, what? Okay, that makes a lot of sense about why me and Mexis started cooking really early. So it was because me and Mexis would cook really early and we'd watch YouTube videos and then we'd watch like Americans on YouTube and stuff like having tacos. And then we'd be like, Mom, we're gonna do tacos. And she'd be like, all right. And she'd get like the old El Paso. And like the corn chip salsa in the jar, mild, you know, like she's like, no, we're gonna try something different. So it's taken me through my like adolescence and going to like university to expand my palate. I didn't really grow up with a very cultured palate in any kind of way. So I never grew up with the Yakult. I never grew up with any like kombucha or kimchi or anything like that. So when I was a kid, the idea of going out to a restaurant was going to the pub and getting a chicken schnitzel with gravy and a side salad. Like that was like dining. Like, the digestive system of a Victorian child. Yes, despite the fact I didn't grow up in the state of Victoria. Do not forget, Jetpack. Do not forget, I am the most Australian of all of Vishayan because I was a schnitzel bitch. Nobody else in Vishayan was a schnitzel bitch, but I was a schnitzel bitch. I served the schnitzels and gravies at my local pub to the old geezers. As a Midwest American here, what the fuck is a schnitzel? Okay, so am I gonna have to explain Australian cultural history to the masses? Australia, culturally settled by lots of Europeans. So a bunch of poor English people who all have a history of being like a mix of European come over and they settle and stuff. And then they make South Australia, which is like, they're like, hey, so if you're not poor, but you kind of want to leave Europe, you can come here and grow like grapes and stuff. And everyone from Britain was like, ah! And everyone from Germany was like, that sounds amazing, we should go there. So, like, so many Germans and Europeans decided to move to Australia, specifically South Australia, and they brought their culture over with them, and it ends up with this weird kind of amalgamation of very European and very Australian culture smashed together, which resulted in the pub feed. And the pub feed is, here it is, boys, the schnitzel with gravy and chips and a side salad. This right here is a freaking Australian culture. It looks like a big old fried chicken. That's kind of because that's what it is. That's what it is. And here's the thing, boys. If you want to get even more Australian, you don't just get a schnitzel with gravy. You get a schnitzel parmigiana, or, okay, which is a whole thing. Schnitzel parma or a schnitzel parmi. So, like, this is a cultural thing where some states call it parmas and some states call it parmi, and they will kill you if you say the wrong thing, and everybody has an opinion and everybody gets really angry about it, and it doesn't fucking matter. But Australians don't have much more to be upset about, so they like to get very, very upset about this. Everybody's wrong and it doesn't matter. Just shut up and eat the $12 parmi. But what it is you take a schnitzel and you cover it with tomato sauce, and then you cover it with cheese. You cover it with tomato, kind of like pasta sauce, and then cheese. And Australians are like, this is the best thing we have ever made. And you get it with a beer. When I say I was a schnitzel bitch, I mean to say that I worked at a pub as a waitress when I was a teenager. When I was a teenager in a tiny little, like, small country town that I grew up in, middle of whoop whoop, I worked as like freaking pub waitress, and I would serve schnitzels. And you call you a schnitzel bitch because it was my job to serve up the gravy into the jug. And I go, who got the parma with Diane? Who got the parma with the mushroom gravy? Who got the chicken? Who got the beef with the mushroom? Who got the chicken with the peppercorn? Tomboy Hooters. Kind of tomboy Hooters. If you were in a tiny town and there was one pub, many teenagers, how did you get picked? My winning personality. Guys, why is clioaite telling me, sorry, not telling me, sending me latex images?